All right, good evening, everybody. It's Friday, August 30th. We're right around 10:45. It's pretty late. We're right at 11 p.m. Here's your update. Containment again increases today to 88%. 550 plus firefighters out there working really, really hard. This map is the last little crux right here. This hasn't actually been updated for tomorrow yet. This is where we've been focusing a lot of effort, and even today the Pioneer Peak Hotshots did a little tiny burnout here. I could be coming in the next few hours because they wanted to get this little piece tightened up a bit. I've got Stephanie and Mike behind the camera.
We had a technical glitch here. We flipped the camera around.
Okay, we're up and running? Okay,
yeah.
Good. Just so you know, right in here we did a little bit of a burn. That helped us get containment. We're also going to see some black line in here tomorrow. We had some folks come in today, Linda and John, and they're from Big Lake, and they came in and they reminded us that we haven't really explained to you how this fire McKinley got its name. Of course, the mountain in Alaska got changed to Denali appropriately, but we name our fires off of geographic areas. So right up in here, at the point of origin of the fire is McKinley Drive. It's a street right here. You can see it on the map. And so when the initial attack incident commander gets to the fire and has to call it in to dispatch, they actually give it a name right then and there, and they use a geographic location that's known. For example, Sockeye started in the yard right off of Sockeye Boulevard down here, and so it got the name Sockeye. McKinley is the street right here, so it got the name McKinley. That clears that up. John also wanted to know the relative size of this 8 miles of the McKinley fire versus the Swan Lake fire, which everybody's hearing about, and you having the smoke for the second day in a row blow up here. Our fire is 3,300, I think it went down a little bit, sorry, 3,288 acres. We actually dropped acreage again as we improved our mapping, so 3,200. The Swan Lake fire is 162,000 acres. So we're right around just shy of 2% the size of Swan Lake. Swan Lake's 162,000 acres, blowing smoke up here. This is 3,200 acres. The Matanuska fire, about 15 miles to the southwest of this fire. So about 15 miles as you fly by a bird down there. Stephanie's got the map that we sometimes show for vicinity. Mike's giving the thumbs up that got that mainly in the camera view there. If you have any questions about that, go ahead and pop them here. McKinley fire, Matanuska fire. The crews there are doing great. You still have Tanana Chiefs out there. They're actually getting ready to take 2 days off in Anchorage here and go back out. Gannett Glacier's out there, the Medford crew. Those crews have been staying out the whole time on the Matanuska fire, working towards containment. Our crews work during the day, they work late in the night, they come back into camp, they go to Ladasa, where they have the caterer in the tents, they eat, they go to bed. Chicken and beef fajitas tonight, we went down there and stood in a nice long line of firefighters, tasty meal, they rest, they get up to do it again. So our firefighters are commuting. We have a night shift that patrols. They've been looking at different flare-ups, and it's actually the number of concerns have been decreasing steadily. Whereas out in the Matanuska fire, the firefighters stay out on the fire line. They've established their own camps. They don't come in. They'll stay out for 2 full weeks, and therefore, in order to make their food, they use campfires. Well, in order to be compliant with the state burn suspension, the state burn suspension has now been rewritten today to include that the only fires allowed in this borough, in the Kenai borough, are for fire personnel who are camped out on the fire line and need to make their food. Okay, so just to clear that up, we know that some folks pay very close attention to the burn suspension. We appreciate you doing that. There's a burn ban across the borough and all the way down to the Kenai, but they did make one exception, and that's for fire crews who are camped out on the fire line with all their fire equipment, who are the professionals. They're allowed to make small fires, and they go ahead and they do that regularly. Okay, so we still have Team Rubicon out there in the field today doing site visits to folks who have been impacted by the fire. I know a few of you got to visit with them today. We had our air attack ship fly over Harold's house and take a really nice picture on top of Harold's roof. He put a love sign, and that way the helicopters and the the air tech could see that every time they fly over. They took a photo. We sent that on to Harold. That was a really nice thing. Molly and Jesse out of Cheap Creek Lodge, they're getting ready to open tomorrow. So the only fire personnel that are at Cheap Creek Lodge right now are the Red Cross, and they're there to help those who have been impacted. And then our public information officer, and we've had Gina out there, and then of course Jake and other folks drive by as well. Stephanie, what do we have for questions?
No questions at this time.
Okay, we do have the real concern about this holiday traffic issue and how many cars are on the road right now. Our ops chief is worried about it. Gina, who is out at Cheap Creek Lodge, came in and said we had many near misses. Near misses are almost always due to speed, people going too fast and not slowing down for our fire crews. So please slow down. We'll get back with you tomorrow. We're going to go get some rest now, and thanks for joining us tonight.